It's ad break time. I am proud to announce that the Beyond Solitaire podcast is sponsored by Central Michigan University's Center for Learning Through Games and Simulations. Their new backer kit project, Art and System, is now live, and it features updated editions of 3 fantastic tabletop RPGs: Liam Burke's Dog Eat Dog, Anna Anthropy's Princess with a Cursed Sword, and Timothy Kleinert's The Mountain Witch. You should absolutely check them out. Also, if you want to help me keep the lights on over here on the podcast, you can support me at patreon.com/BeyondSolitaire. For now, though, let's get on with the show. Hey, gamers, this is Liz Davis from Beyond Solitaire, and I'm here on the pod with a very special guest. This is Gonzalo Maldonado. He is one of the co-founders of Salt and Pepper Games, and he's soon to be publishing one of my games with David. How you doing, Gonzalo?
Very good, Liz. How are you? Thank you for hosting me. I hope to don't lower the level of the show.
Oh no, I'm the host of the show. You can't lower the level.
No, but super excited. You know, it's the first time they invite me to an American podcast. So
really,
well, at Gen Con this summer they quote me for 2 minutes, but the first proper interview ever in the US, so I'm super excited.
Oh, that's my honor. So I'm super pleased to have a game with y'all, but Salt and Pepper has really grown as a publisher, I feel like, over the last few years, and I kind of want the origin story. Like, what made you start a game company?
Oh yeah, well, that was in 2017. I had a blog. I was an influencer or media, whatever you want to to call it. Here in Spain, I had a blog, and at that moment, I was working. I'm a journalist, by the way. Not now. I'm not doing anything related to journalism, but I used to. So at that moment, I was working in the British Embassy in Madrid as a digital manager. And it was kind of boring. so yeah, I was a little bit frustrated at that moment. So that's the reason I created the blog. So yeah, the blog, and it was a very specific focus in like niche games or different games that not all other media talk about it. So that's how I discovered the Circle of Wagons, the wallet games, from Button Shy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did. I bought a game in crowdfunding, I think, in Kickstarter, the Circle of Wagons, and I found it amazing. I mean, it's super intelligent game in a wallet. At that moment, it was the first time you saw a game in a wallet. No, it was one of the first games. So I was completely amazed with the game, and I was really anxious to people here in Spain, they need to have this game. So that's when I thought, oh, why don't I license it? And then I don't know, but with the unique aim of people having the game, not to become a company. I had my job. I mean, it was like so I talked with three friends. We were at the beginning, we were 4. Now we are 2. Hey, why don't we put some money together and we try to license the game and produce it here in Spain? I don't know. It's a fantastic game. And yeah, so that was the beginning. In 2017. So yeah, the first 1 year, 2 years, third year, I mean, it was okay. We did good with Circle of Wagons. Why don't we license Sprawlopolis? Perfect. With the money we got, because I mean, of course, we have very few margin, with wallet games. And voila, that's how we licensed Sprawlopolis. It was a big success also here in Spain. So little by little, okay, let's do whatever. Another, I don't remember the third game, but then Watergate came up. It's Matthias Kramer, fantastic design. So I told you before, I'm a journalist, so I knew the story, of course, and I was, oh my God, I need to have this game for us. So I contacted the publisher, German publisher, Frosted Games. And they told me about, who are you? I mean, of course. I was the first. So, okay, let's see. Okay, we can discuss this and maybe give you the license to you. But of course, nobody knew me at the time, no. So then he started to, hey, can you give me the license? But then he didn't answer the emails. Oh my God. And at that moment, more people knew about the game because I just contacted the publisher when the game was not released. So he sent me a copy. So nobody knew a lot about the game.
Right.
But I tested it. Wow, this game is fantastic. So after 3-4 months, he didn't reply to my emails. Oh no, there's other Spanish publishers. The big sharks are want the game, I'm sure. Because so I wrote like a very emotional email to the owner of Frosted Games, explaining that, hey, we are a little company, we cannot compete with others, but I'm a journalist. I love this theme. We're gonna really take care of the edition, and I don't know how, but I convinced him, and I'm very grateful because that was a game changer for us, no? Because Watergate was, of course, it's a bigger box, and it was a fantastic game. It really succeeded here in Spain, so that allows us not to have any salary, but to grow a little bit. No, as I told you before, the first 3, 4, 5 years is just to survive. We just wanted to survive, and but we didn't earn any money at all. And then came Resist. Do you know the history about Resist? I told you already. You want me to because it's very fun.
I mean, yeah,
you are
absolutely.
you are related in a way.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm part of the same co-design family, I guess. Now.
Yes. No. You're gonna see because. Well, I told you that I had a blog. So, of course, I discovered David Thompson and his designs for the, I forgot the name of the series, Paulo House.
Valiant Defense. Yeah.
The Valiant Defense. And I was a super big fan of those games, and especially the theme, you know? So I think at that time, David wasn't so as famous as it is now. So he was very grateful that I review his game, and actually another Hispanic company got the license of the game, and they told me, oh, we saw your review, we read your review, and we're going to license it. And I was very happy. So I thought, okay. And David, he's a very kind person, and he's I don't know, we chat via Twitter from time to time at that moment, and so I thought about it. Why don't I propose David to design a game for us? Why not? I mean,
yeah.
So at that time, I read a book about the night witches. You don't know this story? It's amazing. Oh, David, he's amazing. So I contacted him. Hello, David. I don't know if you remember me. I have a blog. I review your game. I also have I have a small publisher and a small company, and I would love to have to have a game of you. And listen, I have read this book, and I think it would be a perfect game for Salt and Pepper. And I don't know if you. I think the story will appeal you. And what do you think? So he wrote me back. He said, "Oh, you don't gonna trust me, Gonzalo, but I am already designing a game about that theme." No way. Yeah. This was, I don't know, 2019, 20. I don't know. You probably know better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you. Oh, wow. Well, okay, but the game is already licensed for an American company. I can give you I can tell them to offer you the license in Spanish. Okay. But I was looking more for a game doing by ourselves, no?
Yeah.
And then he told me, but hey, I'm co-designing a game about the Maquis in Spain. It's a solo game. Maybe you're interested. Oh wow, well, why not? No, I like solo games. It's a Spanish theme, and that's Resist. And voila, that was our second game that we produced ourselves. First one was Take a Seat, a roll and write game, and that was a game changer for us because with that game we licensed the game to other countries. The crowdfunding campaign was a big success, a small quantity, but for us it was big. So that was also Watergate first, and then Resist was the game changer for us. And yeah, that's well. And I can continue for hours. So if you want to stop, yeah.
Actually, I'm interested in. So it sounds like you spent the first several years of your life as a company, licensing games that were being
Yes.
published by other companies. So what made you decide to make the jump to publishing your own game, and what challenges came with that?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because I was, I'm always digging around looking for new games. So for a lot of games that I was interested, I know I came first. I contact the publishers, the first one, because the game even wasn't published. If I saw a theme and I read the mechanics a little bit, uh, I don't know. So and the problem is that I was very small. So then, oh, Gonzalo, yes, we can discuss this. And then after 2 months, they give the license to a big fish here in Spain. Now, because we have a lot of big publishers. So I was very frustrated. I tried to. I remember Diemaker, that is a game that I love. They did a new version, and I was supposed to license it, and then they changed it in the last minute. The same with War Chest. I was supposed to license it in Spanish, and then a lot of games. I can tell a long list. So it was very frustrating for me. I remember one year I went to Essen looking for license and blah blah blah. I didn't have a stand at the moment, and I remember I had like 9 meetings, and here there's a company that the Vir has bought, Maldito Games, that they're crazy. They buy like 100 license per year. It's completely nuts, especially for a Spanish market that is not that big. Well, we have Latin America also, but it's not that easy to send games to Latin America. And I sit down with the publisher. Okay, can you tell me about this game? Oh, sorry, it's already signed by Maldito. It's 9 meetings. All games were signed by Maldito, and I understand the other part, no, because they want a big company to license their games. So I was kind of frustrating. So I decided, oh, why don't we move forward? Why don't we do our own stuff and we get rid of this crazy and aggressive market that we are living in? No, so yeah, so it was like a natural movement. So we started to then at that moment we switched half of our games license, half of the game by our own, and now we are more focused in our own games and license. Just we're very picky with the games we license, also because the competitive side is very competitive. There's a lot of publishers, too many, and it's very difficult to get a license from other countries. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So when you decide to license a game, or in our case, David and I submitted to you a game that's like entirely in English, and it's going to also be released in Spanish because you're a Spanish company. How do you find and I guess work with translators who are going to not only be able to translate but also handle games?
Yeah, well, David could tell you other thing, because with Resist and Witchcraft, we didn't. I mean, we were very small publisher. We didn't have money to hire a translator, or so they did the job for us. But they did all the job. So he told me, "Hey, Gonzalo, for the next time we don't want to do this, no?" And he was completely right, no. But I mean, I didn't have money. That was the truth. I didn't have. I mean, we spent. This month will be the first month I will have a salary. I'm not saying I didn't have benefits. We have benefits, but I was working. Now I'm 100% focused on the company. So no, this year I had a salary, no, but I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, because sorry, I lost my path. So yeah, at the moment we didn't have it, but now we are more healthy. So we work with a native translator he settled here in Spain. That he plays board games. That's super, how you said, very picky. I mean, super, and he asks a lot of questions. That's a good sign. And when he doesn't understand something, he asks. And yeah, we're very happy. We show we've seen the progress, and normally we don't have any trouble with English rules. But of course, also relies on the effort of the designers, that they help us checking everything, and yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you, Liz.
Fortunately, I mean, I just enjoy proofing things. It's like a thing that brings me enjoyment, so it's no problem
Oh, no.
actually to do that part of the game.
Yeah, yeah. But to be fair, American designers, at least the ones I work with, you, David, Trevor, Scott Arms, normally they give you the game super polished. I mean, normally, I mean, the rules are well structured. They put you examples. I mean, so it's not that okay. Here are the rules, and then you have to do a lot of changes. That is not the case. In most of the games, Maurice, Sacklin, again, you are very structured people. Thanks God. You give the game very polished. Of course, we can change things, we can add things, but the core base game normally is almost there, no? In a way, you can say.
We try.
Yeah.
So not only have y'all grown in terms of like editorial power, but one thing that is immediately noticeable, starting with Resist and going forward, is the art style. So I know that not all of your games are done by the same artist, and some look very different. So your upcoming Voynich manuscript,
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce it actually, looks really, really cool. But it looks different from all your other games. But how did you develop your art style and your relationship with Meeple Foundry?
Well, Meeple Foundry is one of the artists that we work with, no? But
Yeah.
I mean, it's I'm a very curious person, so I told you already that I'm always digging, looking for new games, but I also looking for new artists or artists that I know, or I read a lot of comics. I read, as you can see in our games, two or three of the artists they have worked in our games that they came from the comic industry, no. So I mean, it's just looking around, saving the contact, trying to contact people. Hey, are you looking for? But yeah, in concrete, with Meeple Foundry, it's a team of people, no.
Yeah.
So the first games we worked with them, it was only a graphic design. But then they hire like Carlos, who's a Peruvian artist, who has the skill of, he doesn't have a specific style, but he can do a lot of styles amazingly good. So it came naturally because, hey, Samu, I need a graphic designer for this game. Oh, do you have an illustrator? Oh, in this case yes, in this case no. So I think we work in Resist, Witchcraft, Operation Barclay, and now Queen of Spies, and they did the illustrations of Operation Barclay and Queen of Spies, and we're super happy. But I mean, and sometimes it was a little bit of luck. For example, in the case of Resist and Witchcraft and The Hunt, we hire Albert Montes, who's very big name. He's one of the best illustrators here in Spain. He was nominated for the Eisner Awards, the Eisner Comic Awards, and yeah, it was a bit of luck because I got a friend who runs a shop who knows him, and I was looking for somebody to draw Resist, and I asked him, "Hey, Luis, do you think I can contact Albert and just try?" He said, "Of course, of course. Let me talk to him and see." So I was very lucky because he at that moment he finished one of his comics. To, this is important because he told me that, for example, it takes 2 years to draw a full comic. So
Ooh.
it's wow, it's crazy, and he get very tired of, and so he thought it would be a good idea to change a little bit, to draw a board game that usually takes 2-3 months in his case. And also he was a big fan of David and Roger designs, so yeah, it was the perfect match. So yeah, as I said, I mean, I'm also looking for different styles and see which one can match with the theme, and yeah, and contact them. Yeah. So if somebody, some illustrator is listening, feel free to reach out. But I
so
mean, yeah.
so you mentioned that your market in Spanish is Spain and Latin America, and then of course you're also marketing to an English speaking market. What other languages are your games localized into right now?
Wow, that's a lot. we use it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you which one with, but we have
Sure.
games licensed in France, in German, in in English American. So 20th Century has licensed a lot of our games as well. So for the US, Italy, China, Russia, Czech Republic, Hungary, uh, Korea, and this morning they told me they want to license a game in Japan,
All
which
right.
which I think is the first time we licensed in Japan. I don't remember, but yeah, those are all the countries we have. Also Belgium and the Netherlands. Sorry, and maybe no, sorry, and Brazil. Brazil, they signed Witchcraft not long time ago. So yeah, there are a lot of different countries. Exciting.
That is really exciting. How would you say that the Spanish speaking market compares with the English speaking one in terms of size right now? Because I feel like geographically, there's a lot of space in Spain and Latin America if you include like this
There is,
hemisphere.
yeah, there is a lot of space, but it's very complicated, Latin America, because a lot of countries they have like how you call it, tariffs, um, and every different countries work differently. So, for example, in Argentina, it's super difficult to do anything. Also, the how you call it, the economy level of the people is usually lower than in Europe or compared to the US. So I remember I was traveling early this year to Peru, and I was amazed because I found a lot of big shops, nice shops, but the games, they were expensive. I mean, they were expensive, no? Because they, of course, they need to bring the games from from the other part of the world, tariffs, whatever. So the prices are higher. So yeah, that's the first barrier. The price of the games there are expensive to make profit, because otherwise the publishers or the distributors, they don't make profit.
Yeah.
Also, that every country works differently. But of course, there's a lot of path of growing for the Spanish publishers. The challenge is how to be there. No, for us, we have a very good distributor in Mexico, and so we're very happy with that. And we recently make a deal with a good distributor in Peru and Ecuador, which they are not the biggest countries, but they order things, and that's very good. Chile, I think, is a country with that they have a lot of board game players, but we did in the past. We worked in the past a little bit, but well, it's not easy. And I think the another key country that is growing a lot in terms of people playing board games is Brazil. That's my feeling. I don't know. I never been. I don't know very well the Brazilian ecosystem, but I can feel it because I have more and more publishers contact us to license our games, and it's a country with more than 300 million people. So, like Mexico, those are the key countries. Even though they speak Portuguese, I mean, for us, it's also very easy to do Portuguese rules because we have Portugal right close to us, and yeah, but yeah. So going back to the question, I think
Yeah.
it's still growing. In Spain, is completely overpopulated of publishers, and we don't, and it's growing. Of course, it's growing a lot, but it's not. We are a country of 45 million people, so there's no there's no room for all the publishers we have, and people, we still need a lot of people, more people to join board games. But Latin American, of course, is a big continent to South America to grow, but it will need more time. I mean, because of all of these situations that I hopefully explain. And
Yeah, yeah. So you mentioned my least favorite word these days, just tariff. What, if you feel comfortable answering,
yes, yes.
what how have tariffs in the United States and like our little craziness about that this year affected European board game publishers?
I mean, of course, not as much as American publishers, at least for the things I know or I discussed with some colleagues. But we do a lot of crowdfunding campaigns for our games, and that people still back our games, but for us it's an extra cost. So we need to be very careful on how many games we send. Also, we started to be distributed in the US, and that was a stopper for us, the tariffs, because of course, if we want to send, let's say, 500 copies or 1,000 copies from China to the US, it costs much more.
Yeah.
And that's tricky, because cash flow is very important in this industry, and we're still a small company. So I mean, it will affect, of course, because we expect to grow more in the US, because we're starting distributing, and it wasn't the case because of the tariffs. I mean, it's clear. I mean, we need to raise the price in order to. The good thing is that normally most of our games are small, so it doesn't cost that much to send, but it's a risk. It's a risk. So yeah, we want to see how the situation evolves. That's why also we decided to go to Gen Con this year. It was a little bit risky too, because we need to send games to there, but
Yeah.
we have distribution, so it makes sense. We can keep the games there with All Play. That's the company who distribute us right now. But yeah, it's very challenging, especially for companies who do crowdfunding campaigns. But we decided not to charge anything to American backers, because okay, we get less benefit, and that's the way it is. Because yeah, I don't know, to don't complicate it ourselves, to don't have people that complain or whatever. So
Yeah.
we assume that cost, and that's all. And maybe we raise the price a little bit in distribution. So it's very worth it to back our games in crowdfunding, because you will play the same price as everybody in the world.
Yeah. Sorry, Harley's decided she wants to be on the show today. But
Fantastic.
let's not have her show everybody her butt. Harley, be a lady.
She, she,
But
she, li- she likes what he's listening to.
I talk to her all the time, so it could be. So actually, this leads to two questions. But first, I'll ask. I feel like Salt and Pepper has a very distinctive box size.
Yeah.
What made you arrive at games of that size, and is that something that you're going to stick to, or are you thinking about having larger games?
Uh, no, we're definitely gonna stick into that size. Basically, I mean, it's very easy to answer that question. I, in Europe, we don't have the houses you usually have in the States, that you have a lot of rooms, and it's a matter of space, and I don't have more space. So I prefer to offer also a cheap, a good price, and a small box, and yeah. So basically, it's a matter of space, price, and but saying that, we published this year Voynich Puzzle, which
Yeah.
is a big box, but the game needed that box, no? So
Yeah.
yeah, I think we're gonna start publishing bigger games, but every year we will publish these small boxes that you can see behind me, because we love the format, and people, the feedback we have is that people love it, because it's not expensive product, it's not super big, and yeah, and hopefully they like also the games.
It makes sense. The other thing is that y'all have a bit of a reputation as like a historical game publisher. You tend to pick historical themes, not always, but
Not
frequently.
always.
Um, is that something that you stick to just out of interest, or is that part of your identity as a publisher?
Both. I mean, is I don't like my partner too, but I'm more in charge of all the editorial part. I don't like fantasy at all. If you see my collection, you will not see a single game that is fantasy or science fiction. Or I could make exceptions, of course, but it's not my thing. My theme is, yeah. I mean, it's real stories. And if they are unknown, even better, no? So yes, I mean, and I think it's part of our identity. So but yes, I mean, this is our identity. We like historical games, and we want to keep like that. Yeah.
How do you decide, like as you're looking for games, what are the things that you're looking for that make one a keeper for you? Other than it's fun, which I guess anybody would want, but what particularly attracts you to certain titles?
Well, we receive a lot of emails every day of people pitching games. But first thing is the theme. I mean, if you propose me a weird theme, that will cut my attention for sure. Uh, and then in the case of an historical game, I think it needs to do two things. No, it's a historical games. As you said, we also publish games that are not purely historical, but let's say that most of our games have like a historical background, and we are looking for two things. I think it's an historical game. First, it captures the essence. It needs to capture the essence of a moment in history, but that essence needs to be. I mean, it needs to drive meaningful player decisions. So it's not about teaching dates or reproducing battles. It's about more making players feel the tension, the dilemmas, or the ambitions of the people who live through those times. Does it make sense, more or less?
Yeah, absolutely does. Yes.
Yeah. So when a game achieves that emotional and intellectual connection, history, let's say, it could stops being background and becomes the heart of experience. That's what I think. Saying that, I think we like historical games with original themes. No, I mean, of course, if you offer me a game about the D-Day, I would love to. But there are a lot of games about the D-Day. No, so maybe we like more stories or moments that haven't been explored in games before. No, that's what we're really looking for. That might make our catalog a bit niche. We know that. We know that we're not going to be become rich, but it's fine. This is exactly how we want to be recognized, no, by for offering fresh, unexpected, and authentic themes. No, that's our ideal. And when we choose non-historical games, I mean, I think we're looking for the same qualities. No, a strong sense of theme and emotion. Emotion is the word. No,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, in the end, whether are historical or not, I think we're drawn to games that communicate something beyond the mechanics. No, that's for sure. And saying that, most of the times also, I propose the theme to designers. I have a list of I always teach you, hey, I have a lot of themes waiting, but I tried with David, but David always has his own themes. But yeah, so I have like a list of 40, 50 themes. I keep growing and growing, no? And I enjoy more those games, to be honest, because as I told you, it's kind of a journalistic approach because I read a book, I read a documentary, so I have a better idea of what I want. And the perfect example of that is the Battle of Versailles. Do you want me to tell you the story, where it comes
Yes,
from?
please do it.
So my wife is also a journalist. She's more lifestyle and fashion journalist. She worked here in Vogue, Spain, as a freelance.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were at the beach. I don't know, 3-4 years ago, and I don't know why she was reading something. He thought, oh, Versailles, blah blah blah. You know, what? Yeah, the Battle of Versailles. You never heard about? No, of course not. So she told me this story about this battle that happened in the 70s in the Versailles Palais, and oh, looks interesting. There is a book. I forgot the name of the writer. She's American, and actually, she's the unique fashion journalist that was awarded with the Nobel Prize, I think, or one of these big prizes.
A Pulitzer, maybe?
Not the Pulitzer. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Pulitzer. Yeah, not for this book in concrete, but she has a Pulitzer. Is the first fashion journalist who has this prize. So I bought her book, and then I found it fascinating. Here you have a story, and you have a dilemma. No, you have tension because there is 5 American designers against 5 French designers. Americans were the underdog at the time. French were all the, Versailles. They were the
Yeah, they're
high.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, French. Yeah. basically. So I thought we have a history to tell, no? So I contact the designers of Take a Seat, Ferran and Eloy, who are big Spanish designers. Hey, I have a proposal for you. And okay, what about? Yeah, a game about a fashion event that happened in the 70s and that nobody knows about it. Oh, what? But we don't know anything about design. So, oh, don't worry. I have this TV show, I have this documentary, and I have summary, all the book of this girl with all the specific events that are very important that there could be inside the game. So I want a card-driven game, and voila, here you are. And then they do all the great job, no? So yeah, I have a special for me. Battle Versailles is very special because first it came from an idea of my wife. Then I did a lot of research, so that's the perfect fit for me, not to propose to designers, but sometimes they have their own ideas.
We are a willful people. So, you mentioned also that this past year is your first Gen Con. We got to meet. It was so nice. But
Yes.
how important are conventions for your business? And, I guess what are you hoping for when you expand to a new one?
Yeah. So, I mean, there are conventions for us are super important. Mm, I discussed this with larger publishers here in Spain, and for them, it's just marketing. So they bring 30 people to do a lot of demos, to have a super huge stand. So that costs a lot of money, of course.
Yeah.
And usually they get the money in return, but they don't earn money. For us, no, we need the money. So we need the money. So we have like a small booth. I only came me with a friend, and we try to cut costs as much as we can because we earn money in the conventions. No, this has been changing. I mean, I'm not now. Of course, we go conventions especially for promotion because, for example, Essen Spiel is the larger convention in the world. You have a lot. All of the players of the industry are there. You have a lot of media. You have a lot of publishers. You have a lot of everything. So it's very important to have visibility there. And in the case of Gen Con, of course, it was always there, but it's expensive because we need to book, in our case, 2 flights, a hotel that is super expensive, expenses to eat food. You have to pay the booth. You have to bring all the posters that we put in. So it's an effort, no? But I mean, of course, Gen Con is the largest convention in the US. US is a huge market, and for us, it's super important to keep growing there. No, so it was super worthy. I mean, it was the first time we visit. I loved Indiana because it's deep America, no, for us. I mean, I travel a lot to the US, but never to. Well, see, I travel inside America, but it's very American. I don't know if you know what I mean. No, it's super American. I mean, like the typical center, city center with all the office, and then all the houses around the city. And I mean, it was super great time. I love it, and we hope to repeat every year. Of course, we already booked for next year, so I'm super excited. I mean, it was super fun. I mean, and also people, one thing that I really like it, people, they were super polite. I mean, it's not always the case, no, but here it happens to me the same in the UK Expo. Anglo-Saxons people, I mean, they were very polite, patient, and they're not trying to, can you give me a discount of, I hate that. And in Spain, we're a lot of like that. So I really like that, no, of Gen Con. But yeah, I mean, conventions are key for promotion. Also, to earn a little bit of money for a small company. It's true that now we are every year we're growing and growing, and okay, it's not a matter of death of life to earn that money. I mean, if you did worse than you expected, it's not a big drama. But yeah, we want to keep doing a lot of conventions, but being very selective, because it happened to me that I've visited a lot of conventions here in Spain, and it was useless because people don't buy that much, and it's 3-4 days that you have to travel, you have to pay a hotel, you have to work, and the timetables here in Spain are horrible. It starts at 9 in the morning and it finishes at 10 at night. Imagine to be 15 hours explaining games is crazy. In Spain, I'm very picky with the ones I choose, and Essen Spiel for sure, UK Expo also, and now Gen Con. UK Expo is fun because I think it's very different from others. The people, the first year we went, we bring Witchcraft, it was a super success, but because people that goes there, they're not super heavy gamers, it's my feeling. They're not of, and it's the fair that you have 30% board games, 30% role player games, 30% miniatures and stuff like that. So it's not 100% board game people who visit UK Expo. So we need to think about it, and also we need to bring games that maybe appeal more for the audience, because last year we bring more historical games and it wasn't as good as the first year that we bring Witchcraft. That it was madness. I mean, witchcraft.
Yeah. Some people like fantasy, Gonzalo. Okay.
Yeah, no. Actually, I mean, that's the thing, that we are not as big as other publishers, so we need to choose carefully where to invest our promotion budget. No, so. But I'm confident. I mean, Gen Con we will do next year, Spiel always, and UK Expo we will see, depending on the games. Also, we have a distributor in the UK that can show for us our games. So, and also if the distributor is there selling our games, I prefer they selling the games, so I don't take off some buyers from them. No, of course I want them to sell our games, and that's it.
So speaking of promotional budget, your company started out very small. It's grown a lot. I mean, I've been part of your marketing in the sense that you sent me prototypes that I cover, although I don't charge for that.
I know.
But like, how have you grown in terms of marketing, and what venues have you found the best? Is it an ad on BGG? Is like, obviously sending out prototypes to content people is important. As a small company, what has been the most important for you in terms of that growth?
I mean, first of all, organic marketing, the one that you don't have to pay is the most important. No, so selling games for reviewers that they don't charge. Some of them they charge. I mean, I don't have the formula because we tried a lot of different things. No, of course, a crowdfunding campaign is a marketing tool itself. So that gives you a lot of promotion. But of course, you have to invest money. You have to invest money in producing samples for reviewers. You have to invest money for designing the campaign, for making a video, for paying ads, so that campaign could reach the potentially buyers for the campaign. So every year we grow a little bit more, so we can invest more in not organic marketing, not like ads for the campaign. What else? Yeah, maybe a banner. Banner in BGG wasn't great the time we use it, so yeah, more Instagram, Facebook ads. They're worthy. I mean, they invest, but I mean, of course, it depends also the games. If also depends on the designers, if people know them or if they don't know them, or so it changes. At least I'm happy that all the campaigns that we made, they succeed and with benefit. So that's what we aim for. But I know people that they invest like a lot of money in ads, but a lot. But wow, move that cash flow, and then it's a risk. But of course, I mean, if you get it back, it's worth it. But yeah, we're always very careful. We don't want to do bad movements that put us in a critical situation. So yeah, we are very, very proud. How is it?
Careful.
Careful. Yeah, very
Yeah.
careful. Yeah, but every year we do more things. Yeah.
So you don't have to give away all of your secrets, but you mentioned that you have a list of themes that you would like to see games for. So what are a couple that you'd be willing to share?
Oh, let me open. I have my notes of games. Okay, a ver, let me see. Oh, it's too long. It's too long. A ver. Oh, wow. Oh, some of them I already proposed to designers and they're working on them. But let me check. Let me check because there are a lot of oh, wow, it's crazy. Well, one that maybe it's not the best moment, but I already told you I would love to do a game of Alcatraz, Escape from Alcatraz. I play Coldwitch not a long time ago. We need a modern version of escaping from and also I listened to a podcast about three guys that managed to escape from Alcatraz in the 60s, 70s. And the story is fascinating because they never really knew what happened to them. They didn't know if they died or if they went to Brazil. Do you know the story about that escape?
Only just that it happened. I don't know any details at all. So
Oh, but it's fascinating the way they handle everything and how they hide and wow, it's amazing. What else? Also, I would love to do a game about intelligence agencies like CIA or I don't know, the M6, or like a series of games and what else? A ver, let me see. A ver, let me check for an American theme that.
it doesn't have to be.
Oh no, yeah, but it's more. Well, no, yeah, but my dream. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you my most personal. I'm a super jazz fan. No, I'm obsessed with jazz music. So I would love a game that covers all the history, all the genres of the jazz. No, I'm. Um, uh, some people in Spain, well, no, in Spain, they know about this because I also have a podcast and I was very vocal about this. So some people tried in Spain, but it wasn't the thing I was looking for. No, they were very generic. No, but yeah, I would love to. Actually, I have a book pending to read about the jazz ambassadors during the Cold War. Did you ever heard about it?
No, I do know that the United States pushed a lot of our literature during the Cold War to kind of break
So
through
they
the
did.
Iron Curtain.
So they did the same with the one of the greatest names at the time of jazz singers, jazz players, musicians. They traveled to communist countries. I mean, like Iran or in Africa. Lou Armstrong was in Africa, so it was. I found it fascinating, no, like listening jazz in a communist country at the time. So I have to read the book and see if we can make a game of that.
Have you thought about making it yourself?
Oh, I have a game. You mean designing a game myself?
Yeah.
I have one that is half cooked. I decided it was like 6 years ago with two of my best friends, friends from we were little. I mean, super close friends. But then one has a kid, the other one was blah blah blah. So we couldn't keep making the. So we couldn't keep developing the game. So it was something, and also 3 years ago, hey, why don't we do it, or we see what happen. And the friend who owns all the files got stole, so they stole him his computer. But I saved something, so I think I have a structure. So I contact a Spanish designer to because I'm terrible with maths. I mean, of course, all the games they need to be balanced in a way. So I have all the idea. I have mechanics and original mechanic, and I have a theme, and it's a theme that nobody has touched before, and it's more mainstream. It's not like the jazz ambassadors that is very niche thing. But this designer, he told me, "Oh, Gonzalo, I love the idea, but it's too hard for me because it's not an easy theme." And he was very honest. So yeah, I can I can teach you, Liz, if you want to.
That would be
I
awesome,
will
actually.
I will let you know I don't want to somebody stole the idea. No, but it's yeah. It's a good theme, and it has very unique things, I think. But I mean, who knows? I don't have a lot of time, to be honest. But yeah, you
Yeah,
need to find it.
you're a busy man. So speaking of being busy, one thing I was very impressed with is that the turnaround since we signed Queen of Spies to now having like a complete prototype and being in rules has been very fast. So, how many games are you working on, I guess, at the same time at Salt
Wow,
and
that's
Pepper? And like, what does your pipeline look like? Because I feel like you're very quick.
yeah. We're very quick. I'm very. I think my colleagues that they work in the game probably they hate me because I put a lot of pressure. So, but they work also very fast because hey, listen, we need to have this game in 2 months. Can you do it? Yes or not? Oh yes, of course. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I put a lot of pressure, yeah, on them. My bad, but yeah. So yeah, once we saw that Queen of Spies was almost there, that we need to just maybe I don't know switch little things. Now, as I said before, you and David gave me almost the game done, so we just need to make the rules better. So yeah, it was fighting with the Glasgow Train Robbery is the game that we published afterwards. So we were working at the same time with both, but the other one took longer. So okay, so Queen of Spies is the next one. So we put all of our efforts there to make it before the other one. But how many games are we working now? Six,
Ooh,
6 games, 6 games, but in different stage. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So 60% Queen of Spies, 20% the Glasgow Train Robbery, or 50%, and the other 10% will be for the other games. No, so that we uh, they're working on the cover. That's all. Or we're working on how to improve the game with adding a scenario, so how to change this mechanic, so more relaxed. So what stressed me now is Queen of Spies and the Glasgow Train Robbery, because of course we have a schedule of when to release the games,
yeah,
uh, and we want to accomplish that, because one bad thing of the industry is, and one thing that I wish to do in a different way, is that we need to do a lot of games in order to survive, because the time life of the games, at least in Spain, is very short, and it's become shorter and shorter. So once you release the game, the first month is fine, the second month, and then boom, it turns down. So if you don't have another game to
right.
it's very difficult. So I don't know if it's the case in the US, but it is the case in Spain. That I told you, we are very a small country with a lot of competitors. A lot of all the games got licensed into Spanish. So I think this month they will release 50 titles. So of course it's the month of Essence Spiel and a lot of policies. But yeah, I wish that everybody published less games and that people play more the games they have, so yeah, we can be all more relaxed and enjoy enjoy the games more time. No, that yeah, but I mean, it happens in all the industries. No, the same you can see the TV shows. No, that you have a new TV
Yeah,
show every day. You know, or books. You have hundreds of books, and So yeah, for the companies that we don't have a super evergreen that saves your life, let's say Flip 7, no, or games like that, not like that. You always earn money on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
Uh, it's harsh.
I I believe it. All right, so I've had you for almost an hour, so it's time for you to get softy questions. I know it's been such a tough interview. No I'm kidding. But what I always ask everybody is, what games have you been playing recently that you really enjoyed?
You should tell me this before. A ver, let me
No,
check.
it's a trap. This is kidding.
It's a trap. No, let me. I'm the person with the worst memory in the world. So do you mind? I check what I played so I remember.
No, not at all.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. I know one, and I think you're gonna like it. Is I didn't play yet until last week. Freedom and Liberty. No, the Alex Knight design.
Oh yes, Landed Freedom.
London of Freedom. Yeah, we have a different name in Spanish. So yeah, I played last week and I really enjoyed. I love the theme. I love the mechanics. No, and I think it was very original. No, that includes like I don't know, little subtle, I mean, nuances and different things that you usually see in a card-driven game. No, so and also
Yeah.
the semi-cooperative thing. I love that. No, because that drives a lot of tension, when to cooperate, when not to cooperate. Yeah, I found it fascinating, and I really hope to play soon.
You know who you should never play this game with?
With whom?
David. He is so selfish.
Oh, really?
Terrible. We lose every time because David takes the communist and is just the most selfish communist you've ever seen in your life.
I play as a communist, and I was very selfish, so we lost, of course. I'm looking. What other game I play? Oh, also I played. I played this week that it was like 1 year that I didn't play Sky Team, the 2-player game that were the
Yeah.
cooperative game, and I love it. I think it's a super thematic and fascinating game. Yeah, I forgot how good it was, so I played again after 1 year. Yeah, oh wow, I should play more and more.
Amazing. And then if people want to follow Salt and Pepper online, or you online, since you have a podcast, where can your publisher and then where can you be found?
Well, I mean, we are on Twitter, we are in Blue Sky, we're on Instagram, we are in TikTok, but I'm terrible with TikTok. I'm in charge of all comms normally, but I'm not TikTok generation, I think. So yeah, we are all in those social media platforms, and yeah, you just search Salt and Pepper board games, and you will find we're most active in X and Instagram. And yeah, I'm it's very difficult for them to support for maybe to is Gacetableros is a Spanish wording. So yeah, I'm on Twitter and Instagram, Gacetableros, GACETABLEROS. But I'm a little bit bored because I usually we publish things from from Salt and Pepper, and yeah, from time to time I put something with my personal point of view. But of course, if you speak Spanish, you can always listen to Que Rico el Mambo. It's a podcast that we run in Spanish, and yeah, I think very successful. We have 9,000 listeners every. No, now 9,000 listeners every program. So
Wow, that's big.
yeah, it's big. It's big for Spanish market. Yeah, and Latin American. There's a lot of people from Latin America that listen to us as well.
That's awesome. Gonzalo, thank you so much for coming on. It's been so fun to just get to like talk to you. We email a lot, but it's nice to have a chat.
Oh, thank you for inviting me, Lisa. I mean, I feel like in home, very fun. And yeah, I hope listeners enjoyed as well. Yeah, I keep doing the great job that you're doing. You won a prize now this year, best podcast.
I did. Yes, I was really proud of that actually.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, I was a little bit scared because you normally invite people very academic, people very intellectual and interesting. So I hope, yeah, as I said at the beginning, I hope I didn't lower the level of the show.
Not at all. Actually, I love that you're a journalist. Both of my parents are journalists.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're active?
Not anymore. They're retired.
Not
But
anymore.
We'll talk about it in a minute. Everybody else out there, y'all can like, subscribe, comment, ask questions, and most of all, happy gaming.